Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, and thank you for listening, for sharing this podcast, and for connecting with me on social media. It's really cool, as I always say, to hear from listeners and connect with them and be able to follow their business back and your business back, or to follow your life back. If you're not connecting with me, or letting me know that you've followed me, connected with me. I think LinkedIn is about the only one that says you're a new follower. I think Instagram does too, but LinkedIn really puts it in your face. So again, if you're following me, message me, DM me, whatever it is, tag me so I know, just in case. Because sometimes you just space it, right? Sometimes you're just caught up and busy. And that's a little bit what I'll talk about this week, and you miss things. But hopefully this week I'm still finding you doing your best with business as unusual, day by day, step by step. We just all have to keep on keeping on as we get back to business or whatever it is and wherever you are, because once again, some states are pulling back the reins, and I don't know. I went to get my hair cut last week, and yeah, the governor had shut the salons back down. So there you go. Whew. And last week I talked about in my podcast, I talked about making mistakes. And one mistake was I didn't go get my hair cut on Monday. And well, taking that step. I talked about taking a step, no matter how uncertain you are. Yes, sometimes great things happen, as I talked about, and sometimes mistakes are made, as I talked about, as I shared my examples. You know, I let one of my mistakes, this was another one, this was after the podcast, I let one of them just come back and visit me last week. And it just was like the whole, damn it, why didn't I? Or, oh, had I just, fill in the blank, right? It's time consuming and mentally exhausting when you let your mistakes visit you in your mind and eat up that brain space. And with the last mistake I made, on one hand, I was being honest, and so I know I can sleep at night, but damn it, right? Damn it. And what I learned is I could have still been honest and gotten what I was hoping to get or achieve from this mistake or whatever, or by avoiding the mistake. So what about you? Mistakes, lessons. We're all just, it seems like we're at a different speed now, in such a in a friggin' tizzy, there we go, in a friggin' tizzy, in a hurry, under pressure. See, I'm talking too fast and my mind is thinking I'm not paying attention. I'm not being in the moment. Because sometimes we're always in a friggin' tizzy, in a hurry, under pressure, the stress and anxiety, and like me, not thinking through things and asking the right questions. And we're also, just worrying about, not always worrying about what's right and wrong, but how to get back to business and get our life back on track. And yeah, a lot of it is financial. It's like, when we went into quarantine, everything stopped while others sped up. And in my podcasts, I talked about mindset and decluttering, preparing for the reopening, or whatever this has been. And on 1 second, floodgates are open and everything's opened back up. And then another, we're stuck in quicksand and we're not sure. But much like me, slow it back down. I almost lost my whole website by not slowing down and asking the right questions. I was just on the chat saying, can you do this? I didn't ask what it meant or how it would affect my website. And and all of us need to, especially I need to think through what questions I had for this person. Like, how is this going to affect my website? Luckily, they were able to reinstall the old one. But, think through, what questions do you have, especially if something seems too easy or too good to be true, or it's just unclear. Will this plugin affect my website? Simple question. Slowing it down. Before my meetings with my clients, 99.9% of the time, I always make notes, about last time, or I look through the last few months and come up with other questions, or maybe there's something I needed to get back to, circle back to, and I want to make sure we touch on. And if I don't write that down, sometimes I do forget because we're talking about so many other things. How many times have you had to re-email someone, send another text, or go back in because you forgot something? I always forget something at the store, and why? Because it's not on my list. Even if it's limes, and I know limes are a necessity in my house, I'll forget them if they're not on my list because I'm sticking to the damn list, right? We all want to get moving. We want to get our old clients back on board, new processes and procedures and protocols going with COVID and whatever you have to do. We want to get back on track and get making more money again, but at what expense? Yes, this week I'm challenging you to take steps, but this week I want you to step backward a little bit. I want you to take steps, especially ones that'll help you work towards your 30-day challenge. But this week I'm desperately asking you to slow it down. Even pause if in the middle of a transaction or a meeting, or if you were asked a question. It's okay to say, give me a second. Let me think about it or process it. Or write it down and say, can I get back to you? This week, give me an example, perhaps like mine, where I was in a hurry, didn't want to wait, didn't have all my thoughts together and questions, and, so I could get on to the next thing. I wasn't prepared, all that crap. I want to know, give me an example of what mistake you made or in a hurry, what happened, and was it fixable? Yes, mistakes are to prove we are trying and learning, from all of these opportunities, but not when we're just not paying attention or not doing our best. So pause, make notes, think through, and ask questions. It's okay. Email me sballard@growingforward.biz or post here a mistake you made, why or how, why was it made? Because you were in a hurry or XYZ, whatever, and how did you overcome it? And then get ready, be excited, because next week, super excited to have a guest. I know, another guest, trying to do this once a month, Cody Butler. He's amazing. He's worked with over 5,000 clients. He's published 2 books. He'll give you 3 tips to help you see immediate growth during these uncertain times. So yes, I've been helping you clear up your mind, clear up your physical clutter, your environment, take steps, take chances, screw up, make mistakes. And now I'm wanting you to slow it down and realize, why did you make the mistake? What happened? And then get ready for Cody. All right. Again, I look forward to hearing from you. Again, reach out to me, sballard@growingforward.biz. Comment here, private message me if you need to talk through anything at all, because we're all in this together, right? Have a great week. I look forward to hearing from you and, connecting with you on social media. Cheers.